Hey there folks, my name's John Campea. I'm the Senior Movie News Editor over at AMC Theaters, and for today a guest contributor here at ScreenRant.com. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the new comedy Date Night starring Steve Carell and Tina Fey. Now, you've already seen the trailers, you know what this movie's about. A married couple who are very much in love with each other are a little bit dissatisfied with their marriage because it's fallen into a bit of a routine and kind of monotonous. Steve Carell, the husband, decides to spice things up. They take somebody else's reservations at a high-class restaurant, and mayhem ensues.
Triple horn!
Us. We are the Triple Horns.
So let me just talk about what I think about this film and get right to it. Number one, this film is entertaining. I wasn't sure what to expect from this movie, to be honest with you. Some of the trailers seem kind of bland, and now that I've seen the film itself, I can understand why. There's some R-rated material that can't be put in the trailers, and the R-rated material really is the funniest stuff in this film. Now, don't get me wrong. The commercials will claim that this is the funniest Steve Carell movie of all time, and nothing can be further from the truth. This doesn't come close to 40-Year-Old Virgin. This doesn't come close to Anchorman. It doesn't come close to any of those types of films, but it's still entertaining. You'll especially find this relevant if you are a married person or somebody who's been in a long-term relationship, because a lot of the humor is targeted at that kind of a demographic. That's not to say that there isn't humor there for everybody. There's a good amount of laughs, not a whole ton of laugh-out-loud moments, although there is one scene in the film that you see in the trailer where Steve Carell and Tina Fey are dancing on a stripper pole. The person I was sitting with literally had tears coming out of their eyes, and that scene can actually hit you as being quite funny. There's a lot of different cameos in this film, from Mark Ruffalo, Kristen Wiig, James Franco, Mila Kunis, and of course you got Marky Mark sans his Funky Bunch.
Claire Foster. Hey, man.
Who is constantly shirtless in the film, that actually turns into a really funny running gag. The big weakness of this film, unfortunately, is the story. Now, don't get me wrong, the premise of the film is fine, but the story and the plot devices that take us from point A to point B just don't work. They seem really forced. They ask us way too often to suspend a whole load of disbelief. And the fact of the matter is that actually the story itself comes across as really amateurish. But having said that, this film isn't built around the story. The story is simply there as a simple, basic container to allow the comedic timing and stylings of Steve Carell and Tina Fey to shine, to just let them be them and let them carry the movie. And in that sense, the film works. Is it a great comedy classic? Absolutely not. But it's endearing, it's charming at times, and has a decent amount of laughs, even though it has an incredibly weak story and not as funny as some of Steve Carell's other offerings. Overall, I like this film. I give it a 7 out of 10. For Screen Rant, my name's John Campea.